Hi friends, it's Anna, and I have a little bit different of a video for you tonight. On this channel, you're used to me just talking about scented wax, and that is a big love and a big hobby of mine. I'm also very big into reading, I'm very big into the adult coloring, and I'm very big into, I'm not actually going to pick my canvas up, but I'll show you this and some of y'all know what this is. Diamond art, diamond painting. I will be starting to expand the channel here in the new year to incorporate all of the things that I love. This was actually published in 2024 by Such and Such Deva, who is also big in the diamond painting world. He's licensed with Unimade for quite a few canvases, but I came to know him in the adult coloring community. And for every year, he's put out these Advent books for Christmas. I did not buy the one for 2025 because Christmas 2025 was just a little bit wild for my family. But in 2024 is the latest one that I've done. And I did do them, all the other ones before, but I didn't leave them in the book. I used to take them apart and do things with the pages, and I might do that with this one too, but since it's still in the book, I decided I'm going to show you a completed coloring book flip through to introduce you to some of the adult coloring. Now this one is super bold and easy because it was for Advent, and it was, not supposed to take up a lot of time because we all know that our Christmas season is busy. And it's a color by number. I love choosing my own colors in some aspects, but when I want something just to be simple, just to get lost in, I want a color by number because sometimes I can run into major decision paralysis for colors if I feel like there are some days I want to do the intricate things and pick all the colors and do all kinds of things. But a lot of times, color by number is what I go to because of decision paralysis. And I'm going to show you something else too that I call my non-3D diamond painting. I'll show you in just a minute. Another series of books that Sachin puts out. And I'll tell you a story that goes with that. But let's flip through this 2024 publication. Christmas Quotes Advent Calendar, Bold and Easy Color by Number by Such and Such Deva. And you can see some of the example images. You can see two there on the cover. Now he does not put the color by number on his title pages, so I did this. This was my choices. But I did like a traditional Christmas color palette. Gold, red, green. I know that's more yellow, but it's to represent gold. And then Sachin, one of the things that I love, and yes, I referred to him, this book belongs to, I just wrote my name in there. Yes, I referred to him by his first name. I'm actually very personally involved with his coloring book group. One of the things I love about Sachin and his color by number books, he only lists the colors you're going to use. He prints through Amazon, but he prints the black background, which I love. I just think it makes, on the back of the pages, I think it makes for a higher quality book. You have day one. It's the most wonderful time of the year, and he tells you the colors. And now I did do these down here, and I alternated silver and gold. These were the ornaments to number the days, and he did not give us colors. So this is a flare gel pen in a metallic glitter silver that I colored that number one ornament with. Day two, 'tis the season to be jolly. And again, you see he just gave you a list of colors you need. Here's the page. I don't know how to flip and get the mirror imaging, so I know that these are showing backwards for y'all. once this is posted, if someone knows how to do that and could tell me in the comments, that would be great. But 'tis the season to be jolly with a gold ornament for day 2. Day 3, let it snow. Back to the silver. I just alternated silver and gold. I kept these very simple. Day 4 just says happy holidays. And you can see these are bold images. Day 5 is my favorite page in the book. And I understand why he didn't do it, because day 25 says Merry Christmas. But I really wish he would have, so day 25, if he wanted to leave that saying Merry Christmas, that's great. But he could have moved this to like day 24, because I think the closer we get to the day itself, the more we should be focused on the reason for the season. But day 5 says Christ the Savior is born. And that comes out of Oh Holy Night, which happens to be one of my favorite Christmas carols. This one I don't particularly love because I'm not a drinker, but snow is falling, wine is calling. I've heard people say that wine helps you stay warm in the snow. I don't really know because I'm not a drinker. Santa Claus is coming to town. I mean, just cute fun. You've got Santa's ho ho ho, very simple. Now, again, I know this is a reference to drinking and being drunk. Not a big fan of it myself, but lit as a Christmas tree. Now, I know there's other implications that you can have with that, but Sachin's also, he's from India, so I don't think a lot of times he understands a lot of the double meanings of things. I think he was just trying to say, you know, happy and sparkly and bright like a Christmas tree. But he kind of, there's a double meaning there that could be misconstrued. This one just says warm winter wishes, and you've got the hot cocoa and the scarf and the hat. Merry and bright. Again, from another Christmas carol. May your days be merry and bright. It was White Christmas. May your days be merry and bright and all your Christmases. We have Noel, which, again, I almost wish he would have taken a section of like all of these Oh Holy, like the lyrics from Oh Holy Night, Christ the Savior is born, Noel, all of these things that kind of have more of the Christian leaning, and kind of put them in one area together, but he did not do that. This one's cute. Ain't no man like a snowman. I mean, there's a mixture of serious and just cute fun. This one says joy. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of his color palette here. When I've seen joy done like this, I often see the J as a candy cane, the O as a wreath, and then the Y might be some different colors. And I almost changed it and did it that way, but I decided, again, that was too much work for the 14th of December. This one says Jingle Bells for day 15. Okay. Oh dear, what a year. And again, 2025, it kind of fits for our family, but it was cute, the deer antlers. All hearts come home for Christmas. That's really cute. And again, I understand that there are families that that's not the case, but still just a cute a cute sentiment. This one's hilarious. Santa, I regret nothing. Joy to the World. We all know that Christmas Carol. That's day 19. Now, see, day 20. Believe in God. See, he could have made these all a section together. All I Want for Christmas Is You. We all know that Christmas Carol too. Jingle All the Way. I think it would have been cute if he had put Jingle Bells and Jingle All the Way one behind the other. Again, Sachin's from India. His understanding of double meanings, not great. I'm not even going to read that one because you can read it for yourself. The 23rd. And the other thing I appreciate, if you have a face, and I didn't show you this on Santa's, but if you have a face, he will not print the number on the face, but he'll have a note down here that says, for face and ear, please use skin color or peach color, which is number 21. But he doesn't print it on the face, which I appreciate. Day 24, Oh Holy Night. So he did give us one of those things that, like, to lead us into. And then, of course, Merry Christmas. And you'll see for day 25, and you'll see the same note printed because you have Santa's face over here. This is what Sachin does. And then there are all these pages back here that I love. A QR code you can scan. For subscribe and download free PDF of Best Collection 100 coloring pages from the link below, or scan the QR code. So you can scan a QR code here to get, I'll hold this, I don't know if you'll be able to actually use it, but to get a PDF copy of that book that you see on the page there, 100 Best Collection Coloring Pages by Sachin Sachdeva. He puts a thing in the back here with his socials and contact information for everybody because he loves to stay very involved in the community. And then he has a list of all of his books, and it's multiple pages long, but he has different series. He has books that come in both color by number and non-color by number. He has a Mystery Circles series, which I will show you. A stained glass color by number and non-color by number series. Bold and Easy color by number and non-color by number series. Mandalas color by number and non-color by number. And then he just has a set of coloring books for adults that are not color by number. Then he has chibi coloring books that come in both color by number and non-color by number. He has easy color by number books. He has mosaic art color by number for adults. I love the Mystery Circles and the mosaic art. And I will show you examples of those in just a minute. Bold and Easy stained glass coloring books come in both color by number and non. Paper cut art color by number. Now those, he only put out 4 in that series. I've never understood how they work. They're not favorites of mine for sure. And then he has his best-selling collection books and his pocket-sized books, which come in. The pocket-sized books come in color by number and non-color by number. And then he has a super cute coloring books series that come in both color by number and non-color by number. Now, his collection books do not say, because they're a mixture of color by number and non-color by number pages. And what I appreciate about this list, I'm only showing you these last 2 pages. There's a checkbox so you can mark off his books as you get them if you are a series collector, which I need to do. And then he always gives you in the back of his books multiple pages of color charts that match the theme somehow. So this page is ornaments. This page is bells. And there's, I think, one more. No, he just gave us 2 in this one. And then a blank color testing sheet. But they match the Christmas theme. And then, of course, there is a completely blank white sheet. Anyway, that is that entire book. Now, I will show you one of the Mystery Circles books because I have one right here. I'll pull them out now. This is Happy Valentine's Mystery Circles. Now, this is an older book. And he did I need to go back and do the title page. Now, one thing I don't do it this way in Advent books because you're meant to color them in order from day 1. But typically in a color by number book, I'm going to color from the back forward because you don't mess up your guide for your next page if you do it that way. So here's the last image in this book, but you can see it's made up of circles. And you just take those images and you color each circle by the number that it is. Okay, I've got to move this over. And the chart was this way. He used to put all the colors, but then highlight the ones you needed. Let me move that blotter page and see it better. The previous image is this one. It's like a little Valentine's themed emojis. And here it is. But here is one I will show you. Now, this is a mystery book, so this is something you don't want to see. But there it is, uncolored. And you don't know what you're creating until you start coloring in the circles based on the number. Number 1 is brown, so you'd go through and you'd find all your number 1 circles and color brown. And eventually these images are going to come out. Now, I love, you do see some samples on the front. So you have an idea of what's in the book. Got one more series of his that I really love to show you. I don't know, y'all. I gotta pick up those diamonds too, because I have multiple diamond painting projects going in. There are some diamonds that dropped. The packet is closed. These are crystal diamonds for a calendar project that I'm working on. But I do it a month at a time and then I put it up. It's my calendar for this year. I'll put those over here for now. Let me show you one more series. Just a quick peek. One more series of his books that I love. This is his mosaic art series. And they're not all this shape. His books are, as you've seen, the Mystery Circles is a regular piece of paper shape. But I like these square ones for a quicker, the smaller books for a quicker thing. And I will take this out. This is Mosaic Art Christmas Mandalas, color by number. So the way his mosaic art books work, I'll show you the title page to give you an idea. It's a bunch of little squares that are also colored by number. So, and he tells you about the book. Mosaic Art Color by Number Christmas Mandalas features over 25 festive illustrations of unique mandala designs. The pages are designed using 3 by 3 millimeter squares. He says section of boxes. Now remember, he's from India, so his English not great. The book has 24 color palette, which is located at the back side of the cover. You can even try your own palette on the pages placed in the end of the book. The illustrations are sure to challenge you and keep you engaged for long hours, as it's fun to see the picture come to life as you color them. You can try cross-stitch method by putting X in the corresponding colors on the numbers, which will give you amazing results. I do not like the cross-stitch coloring. I color in the full square, and I will show you that in another book where I've done some of the pages. But this is what the mosaic art look like, and I have recently been falling in love with diamond painting, which is basically a 3D version of that. But let me show you a completed mosaic art page that I have done that yes, I have all of my books over here, and I'm struggling to find my mosaic art, but they're here. I know they are. I've just been moving things around. Let me just balance on this desk here. And oh, here's one where I know I've colored some pages. This I'm gonna have a mess to clean up when I watch the video. Now I understand what creators. Sorry, knocked the phone down. Now I understand what creators mean when they talk about the mess they'll have to clean up. This is Mosaic Art Wildflowers. This is the very first mosaic art book that I ever got. And I did not start it from the back like I learned that I needed to do it that way. So you have sunflowers, page 1. This was gifted to me by a friend who is currently angry with me and won't talk to me. You have these lavender flowers. Now they are, and there are some boxes that he has you leave white. It's a color choice. But I color the boxes in fully because I think your picture looks better that way. I have done this, and I love that he tells you what each flower is. You have the golden tick seed, which I was calling a sunflower, liverwort flower. We have a cone flower here. He had us do a pink cone flower. We have a wild cosmos. I'm not even sure. I think some of these are tropical flowers that I don't know about. We have a wood forget-me-not. Now, I do know forget-me-not flowers. And that's the last one that I've done, it looks like. The next flower I'll be doing is called a corn cockle. Now, I like to color these in all the way. Show you some on the back. But I was gifted that book because I was telling a friend of mine a story. Starting back in 3rd grade, I had a teacher who had us have an art journal. And we would do our lessons for a half day on Fridays. And then she would allow us free time, fun time. And we could, for the second half of Friday after we came in from recess was free time, and we could do whatever we wanted. We had a journal that was called an art journal, and it was just a regular piece of notebook paper. But I have always struggled with visual perception as a part of my disease process. And math was really hard for me because you'd write problems out, stack the numbers, right, and I would get confused as to what I was putting together. So they had me start using graph paper, 1/4-inch squares graph paper to do my math problems. And I'd put one digit, say I was multiplying 12 times 10, I would put 1 in one square and a 2 in the square beside it. Drop down a square and put 1 and 0, and then come out and put my multiplication X. And using the squares one by one to help me keep things lined up. And I love that. And it made it, I never loved math, but it did make it easier for me. So I used graph paper a lot, but I had a lot of graph paper. And I would take out a piece of graph paper on Friday afternoons when we got our fun time Friday. I would take out a piece of graph paper and I would take out my markers and I would color one square. Switch markers, color another square. Switch markers, color the next square. And I would do that, and one piece of graph paper might take me 6 weeks to color all the way through. But that's what I spent a lot of fun Fridays doing. So when these types of books came out, I was in love. I didn't even know they were a thing until my friend was here. She was talking about she got that collection book that I showed you in the back of the Advent book. And she said, there's pages in here that are a bunch of little squares to color, and they're so tiny I don't think I could see them. I don't think I could do them. And I said, oh my gosh, send them to me. I'll do them. I love coloring individual squares. And told her the story. And she was going to take the pages out and send them to me. But then she decided just to send me a whole book. Well, it started something, and I've collected quite a few of the series. Now I also do diamond painting. And I'm going to flip it because I'm not sure. You can see I'm going to pull the plastic out of the way. Try to show you better. It is that same concept. Now these are round drills, but you place one in each little area. And I know there are square drill diamond paintings as well. I have not tried doing squares because some people say squares are easier, but a lot of people say rounds are easier. So I've only done rounds, but I've been doing diamond art for quite a while. I just never showed them on my channel because I did not know what a big community there was for the diamond art until last year. So I am going to be bringing a lot more things onto my channel. This is a long and rambly video just because I wanted to kind of give a heads up. They won't all be this long, I promise. Unless we're doing a whip and chat style. Now you can see my setup. I don't have a good setup for a whip and chat style because most people like to show you what they're working on. I don't have a way to give you that overhead view. So we might start doing some videos in a kind of a whip and chat style, which would be something like this, because I can't show you what I'm working on. Here's my pen. Also the gift from that same friend, because she knows how much diamond painting I do. Let me find just wherever this goes. 7. I can do it right here. Where I would just work and talk, and I gotta be careful that I don't pick ones up that are upside down. And then I would stop every few minutes and show you what I was doing, because I don't have a good way to show you the overhead view. So we might try doing some videos like that. Just a quick sample tonight, but I will show you. I do want to show you these trays. My family just ordered these for me off of Amazon, but these are my trays. I like to kind of kit up into my trays now. I don't have all 23 colors in trays for this yet. I do have all 23 colors in trays. I don't have them all out right now. But, because I just work on what I need in the section. But these trays have lids. And I don't use the labels like everybody likes to use. What I do is I take a piece of printer paper and I go by my legend and I write down what each drill is. Like the ones, these are for number 7 that I pulled this piece of paper out of, because that's the tray that's open. So I know it's easy which one it goes back into. And I just take a piece of printer paper and I make my little tags and I drop them into the tray. And so you say, well, you've got 7s and L's and things will get confused. Yes, sometimes that does happen. But in my experience, they don't go to letters until they get through the numbers. And so your colors, by the time you get to the letter L, would be so different from your color for the number 7. Because here is my color for the number 7. Here is my color for, well, this one's T, but I picked it up. L is also very light. It's this one. Here's my color for the letter L. It's almost white. Versus my number 7 is a very dark gray. So you see, I won't confuse them. Even with things messing up, shifting around in the tray. And these trays have lids. My favorite part of them, they have lids. And they just pop open like that. And they're big and they can hold a lot. And I just shake them around and do my thing. You guys are seeing. I never really thought about bringing diamond painting to the channel until I was on a Diamond Painting Creators Live a couple weeks ago. And she said something about, oh my gosh, you didn't tell us you had a channel. And I said, because I don't do diamond painting on there. And she's like, well, why not? And so I'm just kind of, I don't know. We're going to grow the channel. We're going to do some new things this year. Anyway, I know this is a very different video, but for my friends who came over from Leanne's Live, this might be kind of more up your alley. And for those of you who are thinking, I love diamond painting, but I need something that's easier to do when I travel. Like, I know people talk about doing mini dazzles and carrying them. I can't even imagine doing that. And some of us, I think that would be too much for. But let me tell you, it's really easy to go to the dollar store and get yourself a little pencil pouch and put you some markers in it for 21 colors or 24 colors, depending on this particular one has 21 colors. This is one of his older color palettes. It has 21 colors. Get you a bag and put, 21 to 24 markers in it. And then you get you a book like this, and you color one square at a time. It's very similar to diamond painting. So, anyway, that's just an idea for those of you that might be like me and think I need a version of this to do on my travels. Also, I like pixels for travel because they're just stickers. And so they're actually stuck to the sheet until you pull them off with the tweezer. But again, that's a little bit different. So anyway, this is just a rambling introductory video to some changes and updates that I plan to give to the channel. Until next time, my friends, please remember that I love you. And please have a blessed day on purpose.